Hi, my name is Rick McKinney. I'm an author and a long time student of this guy, Dr. Hunter S. Thompson. I was into Hunter Thompson, I don't know, shoot. Christ, what was it back in the, I don't know, sometime in the 80s. Way back before Johnny Depp was even, I don't know, probably when he was in diapers. Or, how old was Johnny Depp in the 80s?
7 Jump Street, I don't know, 17.
17, alright, when Johnny Depp was a teenager. Anyway, so, yeah, I was like that much into him, baby. Okay, so I got the brand at an early age. And the old man infected me, anyway, so I went and did something crazy a few years ago that Hunter Thompson, probably in his wildest nightmares, never would have done. And I hiked the Appalachian Trail, and I wrote this book about it called Dead Men Hike No Trails. And the title is a takeoff on, you know, Dead Men Tell No Tales, which comes from, come on, Justin, what is it? Treasure Island by
Robert
Louis Stevenson, that's right. Okay, has nothing to do with Johnny Depp. Johnny, we love you, I guess, maybe. A good actor, but anyway, so yeah, I'm going to read to you today from my book, whether you like it or not. Here we go. With me also today, my otherwise lonesome trek, was the rushing music of water, moving in tidal waves through the canyon below. Then the river came louder still as the AT dropped down and joined the Virginia Creeper Trail, an old steam railroad bed now made trail for hiking and bicycling. Did I mention the fact that I hiked the Appalachian Trail? That's what this is about, hiking the Appalachian Trail, which was a long walk, by the way. It's like 6 months walking every day. That's a lot of walking. 10 hours a day. Every day, if you can imagine that. 2,000 some miles. From Georgia all the way to Maine. Anyway. I purse my lips like duckbills, and conjuring images of big black engines huffing and puffing through the past, I make steam train sounds with my mouth. Choo 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 choo. As I make my way over a long wooden trestle, an antique sky bridge of aged wood, taking me high above the river and far, far back in time. For just a second I peer over the edge, and the spell of suicide is on me like a fast demon. A Nordic breeze spirals the narrow tunnels of vessel and bone, and I shiver head to toe. It's a long way down, and the lure of escape intoxicates. To fly, to slough off this mortal coil, escape this troubled mind. There isn't a high bridge or a cliff that doesn't lure me so. But I feel the dirt beneath my shoes again, and after the bridge ends, and with it, the reveries of trains and final flights to the afterlife. Dropping down out of the mountains in late afternoon, my feet scream, "Stop! Stop! You heartless masochistic swine! Stop, or we will bring you down like a broke-dick dog." The sky is a temper tantrum waiting to happen, all black behind me and closing in. Thunder and electricity of a pending storm licking the back of my neck, all threadbare wire snapping in the breeze and ready to burst into flame. On the urging of Leapfrog, an old gray goose, 2 women hikers, at the last shelter, I do 4.5 miles, in 90 minutes, half running most of the time to get out of the mountains and to the top, out of the mountains and to the Relax Inn and a rumored Dairy Queen. It is ironic this. More and more I feel I am running through forest at top speed, unable to see much around me by dint of extreme concentration on the ground below me, only to arrive at some outpost of civilization to buy caramel sundaes, Snickers, Corona beers, and clean sheets. I pass an old schoolhouse circa 1894. The door is open. Desks are all in a row, with books tucked inside every desk, even writing on the chalkboard. It is part of a museum or something, one utterly bereft of attendance. Alone, I step out of the field and off the trail a moment to peek inside. On the chalkboard, in cursive letters, is written, over and over, in the style of one kept after school as punishment for something: I will not hike the AT naked. I will not hike the AT naked. Just out of the woods, I drop down into stunning green fields, green grass fields, stretching onward to forever, dotted here and there by a white farmhouse or some flattened old barn. I pass a sapling not much taller than me, with a tiny gray woven bird's nest sitting gingerly on a branch. I could reach out and touch it, but I leave it be. As civilization approaches, I am again reminded of the pure genius, the engineering, the determination, and the magic that have gone into creating this uninterrupted corridor through all lands, from Georgia to Maine, for nearly 2,200 miles. Down close to towns and roads like this, the AT might only be a thin green easement on the map, but there it is, a passageway, like a modern underground railroad, wherein capitalism is the master and we are all of us slaves. The Appalachian Trail provides safe passage through the consumer world, safe and free. The white blazes never fail. Onward and onward I go, 535 miles now, and always they are there to greet me. If not on trees, then they are painted on guardrails, telephone poles, sidewalks, random rocks. A docent at Springer Mountain called it the largest volunteer effort in history, the pyramids notwithstanding, as they were not likely built by volunteers. In just a few days, everyone will descend on Damascus, Virginia, for the 3-day orgy of trail excitement called Trail Days, an alleged attendance of 30,000 people. I can't picture it. Damascus is a tiny hamlet, a handful of churches, maybe 2 bars, a few gas stations. Where the hell do they put everyone? At Burning Man, in Nevada, I have seen 30,000 people. There they are spread out across a vast dry lake bed. It is an awesome sight. I am still debating whether or not to hitchhike back with hordes of others like me, who are now some 100 miles north of Damascus. At 37 years old, I have spent much of my life living like a trust fund baby without the trust fund, but very much with a nose for a party, anywhere, everywhere, and making one up where it didn't exist. I have always tried to live well, to adventure, to eat, drink, and be merry, to suck deep the marrow of life, as Thoreau suggested. But I have all the while lived in poverty, making it no small wonder that I am half out of my mind by now. Poverty will do that to you. I've been writing when I ought to have been working some shit job to earn money to eat or pay that damn credit bill. Anyway, I feel I will see nothing new at Trail Days. New Hampshire beckons, then Katahdin, the pinnacle endpoint in Maine. Forgot to read this little bit about a bear. You pay the bears bills. You didn't pay the bears bills. Bears credit bills.